everyone. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we're getting messages and advice from your spirit guides in regards to your career and finances. So we have three groups to choose from, three decks to choose from. So this will be group 1, group 2, and group 3. So use your intuition, see what pile or what groups are calling to you. Timestamps will be below as well as chapters, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome group number 1 to your career and finance reading. This is the deck you chose, the Napo Tarot. This is actually the newest deck in my collection, so I feel like there's something new on the horizon for you in regards to career and finances, but we will see. But let's take a moment now to call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency of group number 1. Please be with us today to provide the most meaningful, accurate messages for group number 1 in regards to their career and finances. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages. And thank you, group number 1, for being here. Emmy says, hello, my cat. What's wrong? Sorry if she's a little vocal today, but let's get started. So we're going to obviously use the tarot. We're going to do a 6-card spread, get some messages and advice from your guides. So what is the main message, Spirit, that you have for group number 1 in regards to their career and finances? What is the main message for group number 1? What is going on? What messages do you have? Whoop, almost dropped it. Come on. Oh my God, did I just say there's some new beginning in the horizon? The Fool card. Okay, but we'll draw all the cards and then we'll get into it, but confirmation. Okay, what should group number 1 focus on this month? Or focus on in regards to their finances and career this month, right now? I feel like something's happening this month for me. What can wait? Whoa. Okay. And what they may be planning to. What should group number 1 avoid in regards to their career and finances? And what is the overall action and advice you have for group number 1 in regards to their finances? All right, I'm gonna zoom and fix this a little bit so you can see everything just fine. The bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Interesting. There might be something here that Spirit's trying to have you avoid temptations, maybe to take like the easy way out, or something that may take your finances in the wrong direction potentially. But sometimes this card can be like having a little fun, you know, splurging on yourself in whatever way, if that is okay. We're gonna get into it more. Sometimes the Devil also can represent kind of a jerk boss. So some of you guys perhaps are in a position, career position, where maybe you're not enjoying your coworkers or your boss, and maybe that's why you're considering doing something new or venturing out on your own. But let's get started. So the main message in regards to your career and finances is the Fool. And like I was saying, when you picked this deck, I was thinking there'd be something new, and like brand new, because it's my brand new tarot deck. This is actually the first reading I'm doing with it. And then we have the Fool. And we have here Uranus. It's associated with this Fool in particular, and Uranus can be unexpected changes. It often is unexpected. It can be like some unexpected disruption, some change, but it's for the best ultimately, but it seems like it's something you may not see coming. So perhaps you've been wanting to make a change, to make some leap of faith, but you don't really know where you're headed or where you're going. This is Spirit saying like, yes, it's time to take that leap of faith in yourself and go after whatever your goal is. But I feel like even if you don't take that step and that action to go after your goals, something's going to happen just to like send you in the right direction anyways. So if you're someone that doesn't really like change, maybe you've been resisting change even though you know it's for the best for you, it's still going to happen in some way. But remember, if there is some disruption, that it is for the best, and it's like divine redirection to get you on the right path. For some people, it might not be like totally crazy, like ending a job or anything like that. It could be like starting a new project, maybe investing in something new. But it's something you're taking a leap of faith on. You won't know the outcome, and that's a little scary. Like if it is in terms of like investing money or purchasing something big, that definitely is scary. But I feel like it will be for the best. But no matter what, there is something new, and this is really exciting. And I feel like definitely if there is some situation where you're not happy with your boss or your colleagues, maybe this is a little nudge to start looking for new opportunities, because you deserve to feel like safe and comfortable in your environment, of course. So what Spirit wants you to focus on now, we have virtue, or the Three of Wands. Spirit wants you to put your plans into action. What have you been wanting to do? What have you been trying to manifest, go after? Because the Three of Wands is really like when your boats are sailing out, like things are happening. Your idea, your business is taking off. So I feel like there's something here with your plans that you've been wanting to do are moving forward. Something you've been trying to manifest, whether it's like money, career opportunity. Spirit wants you to start taking action towards your goals, because it looks like things are going to be moving this month or soon for you. And what to avoid, or what can wait? We have the Death card. So I'm starting to think that perhaps Spirit wants you to do some new things, but doesn't mean you have to cut off everything else completely right now. Like perhaps you don't like your job, you don't like your boss, you don't like the situation, whatever it is. It's time to start taking action and doing things to improve your situation, but you don't need to just straight up leave your job until you're more set up, you have your ducks in a row. Is that what that's saying? Whenever I say things like that, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I think that makes sense, right? Hopefully. So it's time, like, change is definitely warranted. There's some new beginning on the horizon, but you want to make sure everything's like, you get started on that before you totally leave something else behind. Like make sure you have another job lined up if you are wanting to quit and do something new, just to be safe, but still taking action. Like maybe you want to do a side business or something like that, or maybe you already are and you want to focus more time on it. Maybe you can like cut back your hours but still keep your job, or just spend more time after work focusing out on what your goals are, what you really want to do. And for what you may be blind to, we have truce. So this is the Four of Swords. So this deck's interesting. I think it's like Thoth-based. That's why it has the keywords there, which I've never studied the Thoth, but I know the tarot, so we're fine. I'm just saying the keywords might mean something to you. But truce, like maybe there is, if you've been having some arguments at work or something like that, there could be some truce, and maybe that's why Spirit doesn't want you to completely like abandon ship. But also, perhaps there's something here with Spirit doesn't want you to just sleep on your ideas, to take too much rest. Like if you have some new idea, some new thing you want to start, it's time to act on it and not just sit around waiting for things to happen or just rest. Like use your free time to focus on these new ideas and these new ventures that you are interested in. And what to avoid, we have the Lovers reverse. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's not wanting you to leave a business situation, to leave a job yet. This is since we're talking career and finances, this is definitely like a business partnership. Or perhaps some people are a little like, their spouse or their significant others, like paycheck and stuff like that. You could be dependent on that a little bit. So maybe, this is really specific. If you're wanting to leave someone, maybe it's not the best time, but I think for sure, like for the majority of you, this has to do with a business partnership. Spirit doesn't want you in, especially since it says this can wait, the Death card. It's not the time to completely up and leave. Of course, if it's a really toxic environment, you use your discernment and do what's best for you. But overall, Spirit's saying maybe it's not the best time to totally leave a situation, a business partnership. Because if there is an issue, it looks like there will be a truce. Things will, you'll come up with some solution. But also, like, you're just in the beginning stages of something new, whether that's finding a new job or starting some new project. And I think that'll work out well for you. But Spirit doesn't want you to just leave everything else behind, because these business partnerships or whoever this is could be like play an integral role in your success moving forward. And also you want to make sure you have all your finances in order, that you're safe and secure and stuff like that. For the overall action and advice, we have the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Coins or Discs reversed. So yeah, I feel like this is, pages represent new beginnings, like new fields of study. And when it's with the pentacles or the discs, it has to do with material things. It could be money. It could do with your career. So I feel like this is, again, Spirit saying like, now's not the time to completely abandon a job or career project, but still start the new thing. Like I feel like you're going to be able to have the energy and the time to work on it and set things in gear. Like you don't have the results yet, but you're working on it this month. So yeah, with all this side of the spread, it's like situation you're in with work and career might not be ideal. And it's good to plan ahead that you want to leave and start something new. So this month, or around the time you're watching this, it's good to set things in motion and for new beginnings. But it's not the exact right time to leave the situation until you're financially stable with that. But definitely get the ball rolling on that. And you don't want to sleep on your ideas. I feel like there's some new idea, some new project you want to implement, and it is the time to do so. Also, Spirit could be saying, for some of you, perhaps there is going to be some disruption and potentially a loss or change in job or a project. So that's going to lead to a new beginning. But overall, I feel like that's not really the case, because Spirit's saying avoid those big changes right now, and keep working on whatever it is you're doing. Because sometimes the Page of Disc reverse could be like a loss of a small amount of money, maybe a loss of a job, or like just maybe a project going to someone else. I know everyone's career and financial situation is going to be different. This is a general reading, so I'm just giving like general ideas, but hopefully that makes sense to you. So let's take a look. So we have here two major arcanas, three, I guess, if you count the bottom of the deck. We have Sword. Oh, wait. Whoa, I totally forgot the Fool. Yeah, this is a big deal. Like, there's a big transition, a big new beginning here. When you look at it, 50% of the cards, I mean more if you count the bottom, but we're talking the 6-card spread here, are major arcanas, and that's a big deal. Like, there's big changes on the horizon for you. The only suit we have missing is the Cups. So there could be maybe you're feeling like a lack of creativity, or like being able to be creatively expressive and open in your career path. But also this could be Spirit maybe talking about letting emotions not guide your decisions at this time, because this is like, about your finances and work. This is something, you want to be stable right now. So if you are feeling upset, especially because you don't like your boss or the situation you're in, not to let emotions drive you from like just quitting right away or something like that, or getting in an argument. Like taking some time to think about it before you take action will be really useful. Like using your discernment, your like logic and all that and stuff. And yeah, not letting emotions lead you. Like if you're feeling emotional, that's totally normal. Spirit wants you to like kind of work out through those emotions, get some rest and think about it. Like take a day before you decide to leave, like that's always good advice whenever you're making a big decision, because sometimes we get really heated or excited in the moment, and then we can make a decision and the next day we're like, wait, was that great? Like, was I just in the moment, or was that the best decision for me? So if you are feeling that way, like you want to leave a job or whatever, take some time, sleep on it, journal about it, and give yourself at least a day before you make any of those decisions. And it might be good to talk it out with someone. It seems like overall there's something here when it's not the right time for an ending, but there's still a beginning happening here. So let's see what else we're gonna do. Kipper cards, Spirit. What's going on in regards to career and finances, specifically for group number 1? What can group number 1 expect in career and finances? Oh my gosh, coffin. There is an ending on the horizon here. So the coffin, I mean, obviously that looks like death, but like with the death card too in the tarot, it just talks about endings. There's a chapter closing in your life. And I feel like Spirit's trying to get you prepared for that, for this new beginning. Because it seems like it might come out of nowhere, but now you're watching this reading, so you do have some notice. So maybe Spirit wants, if there is like going to be a ending of a job or something, I feel like it might not be within this month, but there's definitely some ending and new beginning coming, and Spirit might want you just to get everything in order for you to, move forward. Perhaps for some people, there will be in the future a separation from a partner or business partner, but like someone you're dependent on financially. So that's another thing why Spirit wants you to prepare for that. What else, Spirit? Courthouse. I feel like, yeah, there's going to be something with like a legal, like a contract, which makes sense. A lot of jobs you sign contracts, right? Like something legally bound. So some of you may work in law, in that field, in the legal system somehow. But there's some contract being signed here. Perhaps there is some ending, but Spirit doesn't want you to get out of some legal contract. The lovers can have to do with the business contract like we were mentioning before. But if you are wanting to end something like a job or a project or something that's under contract, Spirit wants you to make sure, all the terms are okay, that you're not going to get into any trouble like by leaving something early, a contract early, something you did paperwork for. Just make sure all of that is okay before that's kind of like falls into that, like, get your ducks in a row statement I made. Because if you're wanting to leave, yeah, just make sure everything's okay legally, contracts and all of that before you step away to this new beginning. But this is exciting. I feel like whatever this new beginning is going to be something you're more passionate about, that like fits your values, your virtues, and all of that. The word truce is really, I feel like something is going to fall into place if you've been having trouble with a specific contract or with a specific person. But for some people, maybe there is going to be something where you do have to go to court to get out of a contract because you're not feeling well about the situation. This card wants to come out. Yeah, adjudication reverse. This was sticking out, which is interesting. And that kind of goes with courthouse, but this is about like decisions, making a decision, and this is reverse. So I feel like Spirit wants you to take more time before making any major decisions. Really take this week, this day, to really like sort through your priorities and get clear on what you want before you're making this big jump of an ending. With every ending comes a new beginning. So I really do think it might be a little disruptive, but it's ultimately going to lead to something that you enjoy more. There's more peace. So I hope that was helpful, group number 1. Let me know. If you did enjoy this video, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Like this video, leave a comment. And if you would like a private personal reading with me, my email is in the description box. I offer both tarot and astrology readings. And yeah, if you are interested in learning astrology too, in the description box there is a code to get 10% off the Cosmic Academy of Astrology. I'm finishing up my education there and I highly recommend it, but just mentioning it just in case. No worries, but that is all in the description. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much and I will see you soon. Bye, group number 1. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to take a look at your career and finances and get messages and advice from your guide. So let's take a moment now to call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency of group number 2. Please be with us today to provide the most meaningful, accurate messages for group number 2 in regards to their career and finances at this time. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages, and thank you, group number 2, for being here. So let's get started. What is the main message you have for group number 2 in regards to their career and finances? What is the main message? What is the main message? What should group number 2 focus on at this time in regards to career and finances? What can wait currently for in regards to their career and finances? What may group number 2 be blind to in regards to their career and finances? Ooh, okay, the cards just flew out. Just one at a time, please. What may group number 2 be blind to in regards to their career and finances? What should group number 2 avoid in regards to their career and finances? It is so interesting. This exact card, the reverse, is that exact position for group number 1. And what is the overall action and advice you have for group number 2 in regards to their career and finances? Zoom in a little bit. Your cards are a little smaller in the last group. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant reversed. So there may be something you're doing a little different, outside the box, non-traditional this month. There could be something with leaving an institution or organization that you've been a part of that maybe you don't feel aligned with anymore. Maybe there was like a mentor you've had that maybe you're just doing well on your own. You don't need that mentorship, or something like disrupted that for some reason. But I feel like for the most part, this is like doing something a little bit different at this time in regards to your career and finances. Something that's like exciting, out of the box. I really like Aquarian energy right now. We are in Aquarius season. If you're watching this in real time, this is timeless though. But let's get started. The main message. We have the Knight of Swords. I feel like it's go time, whatever that means to you. It's time to take action, time to go after your goals. And yeah, I feel like you're really moving forward. This is a fast rate of motion. Things, I'm not sure if they've been a little slow, maybe they've already been busy, but things are definitely picking up. I definitely see that you're going to be busier. You're also going to be just moving. There's more movement. I don't know if this is like career movement, like you're advancing, but like overall you're definitely taking action towards your financial goals, career goals. Seems like it will likely be a busy month for you, or busy time. So for what to do now, interesting. We have the Devil card. I think Spirit might want you to have a little bit more fun. I feel like you've been working really hard, and maybe too much. You might be like, have been like kind of chained to your job, chained to whatever like you do for work and finances, career, you know? And I think Spirit might want you to slow down, because there's definitely this like fast pace going on, and do something fun, something like out of the ordinary for you. Yeah, with the Hierophant reverse, like what can you do like to have a little bit more fun? What like is your like hidden pleasure or whatever, you know, like something that you would just love to do? Is there something that you've been wanting to buy yourself? I feel like now is the time to splurge and treat yourself, because you've been working really hard, I can see. And of course, splurge only if you can. Splurging can be like just going out to dinner one night instead of working, or, you know, whatever, taking a day off and playing hooky like one day, you know, you'll be okay one day, like just doing something for yourself. Because yeah, being go mode, and this chains are really sticking out to me. I feel like you've been like just work, like what do they call, like slave to the trade? I don't know, like you're just like really focused on your job, and perhaps like your boss is like kind of been micromanaging you and stuff like that, and it's just time to get a little bit of release, like take some time off What can wait? We have the Five of Swords. So yeah, this don't like there's an emphasis here on like doing your job, but not being too stressed, not letting people like take advantage of you and your like great skills and your great work ethic. Like definitely make sure you know you're getting some time off. You're not letting people walk all over your work. I don't think you guys would let you, but like just something to be aware of. And avoid conflict, like this is a month to kind of have more fun. You're definitely doing things. I feel like it's kind of like a flow state. You're able to work and do your thing fine. And Spirit wants you to have a little bit more fun. And if you do feel like anger or conflict or like frustration coming at all, like that's a sign that it's time to take a day off or do something that, makes you happy. Sorry, I'm making sure these are in frame. I can't really see what you're looking at, but hopefully it's all good. Yeah, if you've been having any like anxiety, like mental anguish, just like, it's work, busy, Spirit wants you to don't drive yourself mad. Have a little bit of fun, do something for yourself. What you may be blind to, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like Spirit wants you to do this for your emotional well-being. I feel like there's no issue here with your job or with your money. Like the main issue, it seems to be, is taking more time for yourself. Look at it. Have a glass of wine one night, or whatever you indulge in. It'll be really good for your soul, for your heart, for your emotional side. Like, because I feel like you've been very like logical, work oriented, but like, what does your heart need? I know that sounds like a little woo to some people, but like, what does your heart need? What is your soul, like what will fill your heart up, your soul up? It's time not to focus on being in overdrive and stress and stuff like that. I mean, I know that's inevitable. We can't avoid it all the time, but coming up with some like mechanisms to like a toolbox, you can say, what to do when you are feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Like, what can you do to feel a little bit better? Like, just have that like ready to go. Like, okay, I'm gonna get coffee with my friend, or like, read a book tonight instead of work. Whatever it is, have a drink, take a day off. You want to avoid burnout, and the way to do that will be really focusing on what fills your cup up. Literally, what makes you feel loved and happy and taken care of. Emmy, what to avoid? We have the Lovers reversed. Like I said, this came up in the same position with a different deck in the last reading, which is interesting. There's something here with not separating from a business partner. Since this is a career reading, I don't think this has to do with your partner, but it could. Perhaps you've been working so much, focused on like, mundane things, that Spirit wants you to focus more on your partner, your friends, your family, because you don't want to get in a fight or lose that closeness. Or like, have you been spending only time at work and only on your goals and stuff? Like, you don't want your relationships to suffer because of that, Spirit's saying. But also, maybe if you do feel really overworked and you're getting it, like you're on the brink of getting in conflict at work, because you're burnt out and stuff like that, taking some time for yourself, doing self-care and self-love will help avoid any conflict that may lead to some disagreements, some separation in a way with a project partner, a work partner, or anything like that. Because maybe there is something here with some conflict or some anger towards your boss or mentor or teacher. And you still value them overall, but maybe they're overworking you and you don't want to really like cut off ties with them. So Spirit's like, do more things for you, take a day off, focus on your emotional health. And so it doesn't affect your work life or study life, But overall action and advice, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Like, you're going to be fine. I feel like that's why this doesn't seem like there's any problems in per se, like with your money in specific, or like the only thing could be like maybe a little bit of conflict at work, but overall your job performance is great. Eight of Pentacles, happily working. And look, there's like someone handing a rose. I feel like you're going to get the credit for your career, for what you're putting the work in. Like, if you do have a job, I feel like you are going to get recognized for all the hard work you've done, and you should recognize yourself first, but it looks like an external source is recognizing you for your hard work. But you know, you want to make sure your heart's happy in the job too. You don't want to just overwork yourself is the main message here. But yeah, you're going to be fine this month with work. Like you're going, or this week, whatever time frame, you know, just like at this current time when you're watching this, Spirit's just giving you some advice on not to overwork yourself. Because if you do these methods, listen to this advice to avoid burnout, take some time for yourself, splurge on yourself a little bit, do something to make you feel good. Maybe go on a date if you haven't really been doing that, or spend time with your friends and family if you haven't really been doing that, and it'll make you feel really good. And it will, you know, alleviate any potentials of burnout or conflict in the workplace. And also, yeah, you don't want conflict with your home life either. So this month right now, it's time to focus on a balance. I know like work-life balance is different for everyone, but having a little bit more fun, having a little bit more balance will turn out to be really good for you in the long run. But overall, your work is good. You're getting credit for what you're doing. You know, it's just, they might be overworking you, or you might be overworking yourself. And your finances look just fine. So it's time to, you know, if you can, just do something special for yourself. It doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. It could just, no money even. It could just be like a self-care day at home. But if you do have the resources to splurge on yourself a little bit, I think it'd be a good month to do so. So let's take a look at any trends we have. So I think we don't have any wands. Okay, so another thing, like there could be a lack of passion for your work, and that's another thing why Spirit's trying to get you to focus on your emotional health and wellness. You don't want to lose passion altogether for your job, because then you just won't enjoy doing it anymore. And also, without any wands, there could be like a lower energy. And even though you're like on go mode and you're doing really well, there's just something here that you don't want to get burnt out. Like you might already be burnt out. Where's the fire? We don't have any fire here. Sorry, my cat just moved this a little bit. Emmy, are you rubbing against the tripod? Yeah, she wants love from me so bad. So I feel like there might be someone in your life, some, you know, family, lover, whoever, pets, like mine, who I'm petting under the table right now. They just really want your attention and affection. And I think it'll be really good for you too, because what you don't see is this King of Cups. Like this is someone at home, like they're in this castle. It's like someone at home just waiting for your love and attention. And again, that could even be a pet. So maybe that's just all you need. Maybe you just want to spend more time with your little cat or dog, and that'll make you feel better and refreshed. So let's get some more cards. We're going to use the Kipper. What can group number 2 expect in regards to their career and finances? What messages do you have? What's going on with career and finances right now, Spirit? Whoa, okay, let's see. Mature man. It came out reversed, but you know, this could be this like Hierophant reversed, like someone, a mentor or a guide or a boss. And there could be just a little bit of conflict with them right now, or you're just, you know, they're just overworking you, kind of being a jerk boss in a way. But also, I feel like this could be Spirit wanting you to embrace this devil energy and do something a little naughty, something fun. You know, obviously safe, whatever, you know, all the disclaimers. But, you know, do something like naughty and fun for yourself. Be a little immature. Be a little childlike. And I think that'll really help you this month. But also, this could be that there's something here with, like, maybe an issue with a mentor. Maybe it's time to, if you're having some issues with the mentor or teacher or something like that, maybe, you know, you can work on it, or maybe you can just take a little break. Maybe they're, you know, whatever you feel is right. Use your discernment and your intuition. But let's see. What other messages? What else is going on for group number 2? Ooh, okay, card just flew out. Toil and labor. On a work reading. Yeah, this is a lot. You're working yourself. It's too hard, I think. Group number 2, yeah. You don't want to feel like work is labor. I mean, maybe you work in labor. That's fine, you know, as long as you're okay with that. But it's time to take a break. You might be okay right now, but Spirit wants you to avoid burnout. And if you are feeling burnt out, it's time just to take a little break, because that can lead to unnecessary arguments and tension that could spill over into your relationships, work and out of work relationships. And I see you're going to be working just fine, happily, getting recognition. You just want to make sure you have that toolbox I was telling you about, of things to go to, things to do when you're starting to feel burnt out and a little tired or whatever, you know. Just make sure you're putting some time in for a little bit of fun sometimes, because you deserve it. You've been working really hard, and by the end of this month, I feel like you're getting some sort of recognition for that, for sure. So that is wonderful. I'm sorry. Can you guys even see all these cards? There we go. So that is what I have for you, group number 2. It seems like, yeah, you're doing just fine. Just don't overwork yourself, here it's saying. And work on your relationships, work and outside of that. And starting with your relationship with yourself. Give yourself some loving. But yeah, that's it. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Like this video, leave a comment. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I do offer them, both tarot and astrology. My email is down below if you want to schedule something, ask any questions. I would love to hear from you. I hope you are well. I'm just so grateful you're here. No pressure about private readings, but just want to let you know in case you would like to dig deeper into your personal stuff going on. I know this is a general reading, but no matter what, I hope it resonated. I hope you are well. I hope you have an amazing day or night, amazing present moment. I love you so much. Bye, group number 2. Welcome to your reading, group number 3. So we're going to take a look at your career and finances and get messages from your spirit guides. So let's take a moment now. Let's call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency. Please be with us today to provide the most meaningful, accurate messages for group number 3 in regards to their career and finances. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages. And thank you, group number 3, for being here. There's a little crooked. Let's get started. So you chose the owl deck. This eye is really sticking out to me. I feel like you might be getting some clarity on something. But let's get the tarot out. Let's do it. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. Okay, so Spirit, what is the main message for group number 3 in regards to their career and finances? What is the main message you have at this time? Thank you. What is the main message for group number 3? What should group number 3 focus on in regards to their career and finances at this time? What should they focus on? What can wait at this time in regards to their career and finances? What can wait at this time? What may group number 3 be blind to in regards to their career and finances? What should group number 3 avoid in regards to their career and finances? What is the overall action and advice in regards to their career and finances? Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups reversed. Yes, there's been some energy about like some indecision, unable to make a choice, unsure of where you're going, like moving forward. Maybe there's a lack of options, a lack of clarity, a lack of direction, just some confusion about a decision is going to be clarified soon for you. So maybe you've just been waiting on some information in regards to some issue regarding career and finances, or just haven't been able to make a choice. We're going to get some clarity for you today. Okay, so let's take a look here. So overall message, we have the Page of Wands reversed. So the pages represent like students, new beginnings, and sometimes it could have to do with specific messages as well. Page of Wands reverse, the Wands, passion, enterprise. Like, is there something you've been losing passion about? Maybe that's why you haven't been able to make a decision, or maybe it's like something here with like inactivity, indecision. Could be maybe because you just aren't as passionate about your field of study or work. There could be potentially some news you received recently that hasn't been the most pleasant, or was a little bit shocking, that's leading you to having to make a choice and you're just not really sure what to do. there could also be someone in your life that is affecting your career and finances. That could be a fire sign. It could be a child or a student in your life, someone a coworker, perhaps. But I feel like since we're talking about you and your finances, it likely has to do with your energy. But again, this could be a fire sign or a younger person in your life. So fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So what Spirit wants you to focus on now, what to do now? We have the Death card reversed. Yeah, this is like stagnant energy here, the Death card reversed. Like when it's upright, we see that there's some transformation, some loss of the ego, something you're shedding to make way for the new. And it seems like there's some hesitancy to do that right now. You're feeling a little cloudy, like not able to make decisions, or something is going on where you're just not feeling passionate anymore, and things are stagnant. And Spirit wants you to really look at that energy. Like, why aren't things changing? Is there a part of you that you need to, or like it's part of your life that you need to address and let go of? Spirit wants you to take more action this month, not to sit around idly waiting. I feel like there's something that needs to end, needs to change. But for some reason, you're not wanting to address it, or maybe things just haven't been clear. So Spirit wants you to really take a look at your passion, your work. Have you lost passion for it? Are you just not into it anymore? And think about why, what factors, and think about how you could change that. What can you do to make your work life better, your school life, your financial life? Maybe you feel like you can't do as much because you aren't making as much money as you'd like. And whatever the situation is for you, whatever is making you feel like you can't move forward, Spirit wants you to address that this month and take action on improving it. And we'll see what kind of advice in regards to the action. So what Spirit says can wait. We have the Hanged Man, which makes me think, yeah, Spirit doesn't want you to be idle and just keep waiting and stuff this month. Spirit wants you to take action, go after your goals, make a decision. Because the hangman is someone taking a step back. It's great when you need to take a step back and evaluate things and just see things from a higher perspective, a different perspective, and get clarity on that. But I feel like Spirit wants you to do that, of course. It's always good to take a look at things, but the inactivity part, Spirit wants you to, it can wait. You don't need to do that. Right now is not a time for deep introspection, because it feels like something's unclear too. Maybe your emotions have been kind of clouding your decision making, and Spirit's trying to get you to recognize things and take action on them. That makes sense. And what you may be blind to, we have the 5 of Swords here. So there might be some conflict, something going on. This could be internal, but a lot of times the 5 of Swords could be actual conflict with other people, maybe someone kind of bullying you, micromanaging, just kind of making you not feel good, kind of taking advantage, being mean. So maybe you don't realize that there's some work relationships in your life that are kind of making you feel icky and not liking to go into work or whatever like that. But a lot of times Swords can have to do with our inner thoughts. Have you been kind of talking down to yourself, being a little mean, harsh on yourself? Maybe you're oh, I should be farther along in my career, in my studies, in life, with my finances, and you might just be feeling really bad about yourself. You might be comparing yourself to others. Spirit does not want you to compare yourself to others. We're all at different stages of life, I totally am guilty of this sometimes. It's hard not to. I got upset the other day. Sometimes we get emotional, and that's okay. Work, you want to work through those emotions. You don't want to bottle them up or anything like that. Because when you do that, it can just get confusing when you don't address these things. It can just bottle up and be expressed in different ways that don't make sense. So since we're talking about career and finances. Like, this is like comparing yourself and being hard on yourself on that specifically. Like, I know, like, I see people my age and they're like buying like houses, they have all these kids, they have all this money, all this stuff, and like sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, like I barely get by sometimes, but like everyone does things on their own time, and like I have Saturn in the second house, so I know like I'm learning lessons and things, money and stuff was just coming later in my life, and that's fine because I have some things to learn this lifetime. So maybe you're similar with that, but maybe you feel like you got into the wrong field or something like that, and you're just not passionate about your work, and you're just like being really down on yourself, like, oh, I wish I had this job, I wish I made that much money, and like it's good to identify things that you want, but Spirit doesn't want you to just think about that and dwell on the negatives. It's time to switch your mindset a little bit, because I feel like you don't realize how much your mindset in regards to that is affecting you. And that could be like literally causing some blocks and finances and advancement. So Spirit, it's really hard to control your subconscious thoughts, which is like 95% of our thoughts. So one way to overcome that and start to switch your perspective and think more positively could be saying positive affirmations. You can be like, I'm a magnet for wealth and abundance. My good comes from everywhere and everyone. Like, I love money, money loves me. It sounds silly at first saying these things, but switching your mindset will be really great. Be like, I love my job and I love my coworkers. I'm advancing in life and it's great. I'm just giving random ideas. You can do whatever fits you in your specific situation. But that could really, your thoughts are really contributing to this feeling stagnant and stuck. And maybe because you're feeling stagnant and stuck, that's what's driving these negative emotions. But Spirit's trying to help you out so you can get out of that block, that it seems to be some block, and moving forward. Like, emotional block could be affecting your career and finances, which is more common than you think. So Spirit's trying to draw your attention to these emotional blocks, these patterns of thought and behavior, like that could be stopping you from advancing forward and causing the stagnation and lack of passion. What Spirit wants you to avoid is Six of Wands reversed. Spirit doesn't want you to just give up or quit on something, or also just to think of yourself, like, don't focus on the fact that you haven't gotten XYZ, or that you haven't gotten recognition that you think you deserve from work or something. Like, Spirit doesn't want you to focus on what other people think, which I know is hard, but that seems to be a big message here. You might be really concerned about what other people say. Maybe one person, two people were mean to you at one point about that, but don't let them, people who are mean or say things judgmental have their own issues. You got to realize that. So Spirit doesn't want you to care so much about what other people are thinking, I'm seeing here, and just work on your own self-worth and your own like self-love, and then everything else will start to flow a lot more. For overall action and advice, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Upper, this is like just holding on to your money, not letting anything flow. This could be holding on to like, these outdated ideas, these feelings you're having too, but there's something you're just holding on to the Spirit wants you to release. And I really think this has to do with money blocks. There's some internal block that's stopping you from having as much money as you want, having the career that you want. And sometimes it just sounds weird. You're like, how can like blocks inside me be causing this and stuff? But it's true. Like, our thoughts are powerful. Like, our emotions, our feelings are powerful. So Spirit's trying to get you to release these money blocks so you can excel, so you can move forward. And I think right now is this clarity. Hopefully you're getting like Spirit, that you're like, why haven't things been working out for me? Why are things so stagnant? Spirit's giving you this clarity right now, watching this video, to recognize this and work on that so you can advance. Your spirit guides really want you to move forward, and you're definitely like destined to have like live a life where you're more passionate and abundant. And Spirit wants you to realize that you are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of financial abundance, prosperity, of a good career if that's what you're after. And we're working through these blocks. I feel like doing some journaling and stuff, doing the affirmations will be super useful for you, because it seems like it's a subconscious thoughts that you're not even aware that you're having them a lot of the times. So definitely work on affirmations. And for the blockages, trying to figure out, maybe you were programmed in some way growing up, like a lot of, pretty much, you can't avoid programming. We all are exposed to family things, society, culture. So maybe you grew up in a family where your parents thought like you was instilled in your mind that like money is evil, like only bad people have money, or like I can never have money, I'm poor, I can't do this or that, I can't buy this or that because we don't have money. Like it's something that's been programmed in your mind for so long that you need to work through. Or maybe you're like, I can't do this because I'm not talented enough or something. Like you are. Maybe you haven't discovered your talent yet, but the only way you're going to do that is when you get out there and try new things. It is possible to have a life where you feel passionate about your work, when you actually get paid doing what you love. That is possible. So if you don't know exactly what that is yet, you don't want to just sit around and like, it's time to take some action and like figure out what you like. Get some books on a topic you like. And you don't even have to spend money. You can go to the library. You can find some free YouTube videos and resources and try and just expand your skills and study things that you're passionate about, because there's this lack of passion. Like, what are you passionate about? What can you get into? And like, how can you improve your life right now? Maybe you're not sure, but the only way it's going to change is if you just try a little bit. And sorry, I don't mean to be like preachy or anything like that. Just like there are so many options out there, and I feel like there's something here that's causing you to not realize that you have more options than you realize, and it really has to do with this internal block, this stuff like that. And you can do stuff like root chakra work. You can look up root chakra meditations on YouTube, and that will be really helpful. Because a lot of these financial blocks we have, money blocks, are from the root chakra. And if we don't have our root chakra balanced, then all the other chakras, you can't really focus on that. So I would really do that, like in an inner child work and shadow work stuff you can look up, and that can help give you prompts to journal. But hopefully this reading now is giving you some things to reflect on, and could be a little eye-opening for you so you can move forward. Now let's get additional message. What else for group number 3? Mature woman reversed. I feel like no matter what your gender is, you might think, oh, I'm too old to start studying something new. I'm too old to do this. I have kids. How can I do it? Spirit wants you to cut that out. You're never too old to start something new. You're never old. You can you're only as old as you think you are. You are capable of doing anything you want. Don't let age, don't let society, standards, whatever, stop you from going after your dreams and trying new things. It's not too late. You're not too old. And then we have coffin. Yeah, there's a phase of your life is ending, and it's going to be really significant. And this is ending these negative thoughts, ending things that don't make you feel good. There's been stagnation. Time for change, Spirit's saying. It is time for change. There's just been a lack of forward momentum. And also with the Death card reverse, I feel like there's some shadow work that needs to be done so you can shed parts of you that are no longer serving you. So yes, shadow work is definitely something you should look into. Even if shadow work's a lifelong thing, so even if you're like, I've done that before, we all need to revisit it, and it's a lifelong progress working on ourselves. That's like why we're here on Earth. We're learning and evolving and growing. And a part of you, it's just like a phase that's ready to be over is ending, and it's for the good. It's not like a bad ending. This is like you're shedding beliefs, self-limiting beliefs. You're shedding this feeling of unworthiness, because you are worthy, and you're leaving that old me behind. You're leaving that old you behind, and you're becoming more of who you want to be, because you can. It's never too late. It's time to lay that to rest, whatever those beliefs are. And I know easier said than done, but this is all, you can start working on it now. So let's do a little review and see if there's anything else Spirit wants to bring up. We do have these 2 major arcanas here out of 6, so that's a good percentage of these cards. This is a big deal, a big thing in life that that things are changing. And then we have here 1 sword, 2 wands, 1 pentacle, and we do have a cup on the bottom. So they're pretty much balanced with card distribution here. The main thing is, though, the cards are showing is like a lack of forward momentum, a lack of passion, feeling of stagnancy, a feeling of unworthiness, a feeling of blockage, and a feeling of just being a little hard on ourselves. So this week, Spirit and I, we really want you to start feeling more worthy. So please, like, I'm sorry, please, you can do whatever you want, but practice some more self-love and self-compassion. Don't compare yourself to others. Life is about to flow more. You're about to unblock. The main advice here is to let go of these blocks and really find what makes you feel passionate. So this is good. You're leaving behind the blockages this month and you're moving forward to something that'll bring you passion. And what that is, I don't know yet. Maybe you do have an idea, but you'll only know if you take those steps and try it out. And again, if you're like worried that like you can't do things or learn new things because of money, there are free resources. YouTube, libraries. So that Spirit doesn't want you to use that as an excuse. And you are worthy of receiving that education. It's not too late. But that's what I have for you, group number 2. Oh, hopefully these are all in frame. Or group number 3, I apologize. So thank you, group number 3. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. And if you would like a private reading with me, I do offer personal readings at this time, both tarot and astrology. My email is in the description if you are interested. And if you happen to want to learn astrology, I have a code for the Cosmic Academy of Astrology to save 10% on your tuition. I'm graduating there, so just throwing it out there just in case. That's in the description as well, always, if you are wanting to educate yourself in that way. But yeah, I love you so much. Again, I'm so grateful you're here, and I hope this was helpful. Have a great day, great night, great present moment. I love you so much, group number 3. Bye.